We'd like to welcome at this point in time to the podcast Joe Walker, former Philadelphia Eagle, Super Bowl 52 champion, and now current member of the San Francisco 49ers. Joe, welcome. How you doing, man?
Doing great, guys. Just making it through this quarantine, but thanks for having me on here.
Absolutely. So, I gotta ask you, man, because I feel like it's honestly probably gone more viral than the coronavirus, being the Tiger King. Have you been staying up to date on your Carole Baskin and your Joe Exotic chronicles, or are you watching some other stuff right about now?
I mean, I bleached my hair in honor of Joe, and I ripped a little mustache. So, yeah, I'm following Joe a little bit.
Awesome. Money. Yeah, so I just want to, kind of start off by asking, being involved in a professional organization, one that obviously definitely had some success in the postseason and came so close to going all the way last year. Have you guys found it hard to kind of stay up on your game in the off season, just with everything going on, not having access to your facility, staying in touch with the coaching staff, whatever the situation might be? Has that been a challenge for you guys, or are you guys pretty kind of wired in with that now?
So I signed with San Francisco about 2 weeks ago, so I haven't made it up there yet. I don't know. I was in Arizona the last 2 seasons with them. I don't know how they run things, but I mean, it seems like a world-class organization if you're going to make it to the Super Bowl last year. And I've been in contact with a bunch of the guys. They starting, their Zoom meetings and just trying to get by. But it seems like they got every resource you could ever imagine up there in San Fran.
Yeah, right. No, absolutely. And so, with that being said, obviously the NFL draft was last night. Did you tune into that at all? And have you heard, prior to the selections, were you tuned in with the team at all about, what they might be going towards in terms of position or anything like that? Or are you just still kind of getting all your bearings and everything and all your ducks in a row since you just transferred over?
I'm at the bottom of this totem pole, man. Not much filters down. Not much filters all the way down to me. No, they don't discuss draft picks or anything. You can go on see whoever they got on ESPN. That's probably as much as I know.
Gotcha.
They don't speak. They don't. They keep that upstairs. Yeah.
Joe, what have you been doing personally to stay in shape during quarantine? I know a lot of people have been talking about how they don't have weights, or some people have their own gyms. I'm just wondering what you've been doing kind of to keep up the pace.
I've been playing a lot of pickleball.
Pickleball is a fantastic sport.
I've been running the pickleball court. That's about all I've been doing. No, you make ways, whether it's in the garage, you can find a way to get a good sweat in. Everyone's doing online workouts and stuff like that. I got some trainers, so we keep it just between the two of us, one-on-one workouts. So I feel great. Not much has changed for me personally.
And I know you said it's only been a couple weeks since, being with the Niners, but has there been any of the team reaching out, anyone, who sends workouts out or tries to keep you guys involved in that sense as a whole?
It's been impressive, man. I mean, they have somebody in every department that you couldn't even imagine reaching out to you. I'm doing phone calls a couple times a week with these guys on things that they're not nothing I couldn't even imagine. They're like posture meetings and brain meetings, and
oh wow,
they've got everything that you could ever imagine.
I want to take you back to before, when it was you getting drafted going into your rookie year. How tough do you think this situation is gonna? I know you got hurt in the preseason with your knee, but how tough do you think this situation is going to be for the rookies coming in through this draft class, with it being all virtual and kind of having to get the playbook virtually and not being able to do as much as you want to in the facilities?
I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough just because even if it's not the playbook, it's just the camaraderie of the team and having the rookies kind of integrating slowly into the team. It's a big step for guys. And when you're 21, 22 years old, going into a setting like this where you've got some grown-ass men in there, it's that slow integration where you can kind of meet the guys and feel comfortable. That really helps, and basically that possibly is eliminated. So
So Joe, you're from my hometown as well, being Palos Verdes, and we went to the same high school. Obviously, some years apart, but obviously, you come from a good background. You went to the right school at least. So, for a kid from PV to be going up to Oregon and being recruited by a guy like Chip Kelly, to have him go to the franchise that you eventually signed with, being the Eagles, and then he had just left. I mean, do you think that this guy has it out for you, or why do you think Chip Kelly keeps on running away? I mean, what's good with that?
I've been chasing him. I've been chasing him for years, bro. He signs me at Oregon 2 weeks later. What?
We all go to UCLA. We're trying to
so
chase him out of town.
We're trying to
chase him out of town.
Yeah, you got it. You got to come back.
Yeah, no, don't chase him out of there. We're going to turn it around down there. I'm rooting for you guys.
No, I appreciate it.
I'm rooting for you guys. He's got to get his guys in there. Gets his guys in there. They'll be rolling.
I hope so. That's definitely the hope. I mean, we're paying him enough to, but I still am holding out the faith. But we just thought that was absolutely hilarious how you just couldn't catch a break. I wanted to ask you also about the NFL draft. Obviously, first rounds last night, and it's kind of seems to be the only thing that people had anything to look forward to, even if you're the casual sports fan, right? So. We've had a heated debate the past few days on this show about the quarterback talent, because it's such a deep draft this year for that position. Personally, my guy, I think is Herbert. They're still staying pat with Burrow, but I mean, I would just hope that you could talk some sense into these guys that your fellow Duck up there, yes sir.
I'm a big Herbert fan. Herbert is the best quarterback in that draft.
Oh, sorry. Can you
that's
speak
up?
Exactly. I appreciate that.
Wow. Right on Feller's side. Right what he wanted to give. Right what he wanted to hear.
You just popped me right into that one, but I'm all about it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, have you been able to give any advice to any younger guys, even like Herbert, someone at Oregon who went through about the draft and the preparation beforehand?
Honestly, I wish I could make it up there more than I have. I think I've only gone back once or twice in the last 5 years. I've talked to a couple guys, but you get so pushed away. When I get my off season, I don't really want to go watch more football.
Yeah.
Do more football stuff. But if someone reaches out to me, I'm always giving them any advice I can. But for the a guy like Herbert, he's got it covered.
He's got his own thing covered. Yeah.
You don't need to speak to me. Honestly, if I gave him advice, it'd probably be bad. So you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want my advice.
Well, talking about giving advice to guys in the draft and even incoming rookies and all that stuff, you had, a little bit of adversity waiting long on draft day and then having that preseason injury with your ACL. So, I mean, what is some of the stuff, some of the wisdom you'd impart down to those other guys and some of the things that maybe kept you going and kept your head up when you were dealing with that stuff?
As far as draft day goes, don't have a party because you could be there all day. I was sitting there for like 6 hours and your agent kind of tells you stuff where he's like, it could be day 2. So now I'm watching on day 2. Then day 3 rolls around. 4 hours later, the party's just kind of slowly faded. I think my mom's outside like gardening and stuff. And then I get a phone call and it's like, I look around, there's no one in the room. Oh my God. It was probably the longest day of my life.
Yeah.
Were you worried about being Mr. Irrelevant? Or would you thought, fuck, that could have been kind of cool, actually?
That would have been. I think you get a car or a parade or something. You get a parade. I was 2 picks away, so I would have gotten a parade. Yeah,
you were close.
Yeah. I
it's almost cooler to be. It's almost cooler to be Mr. Irrelevant. You get some press and you get some tension and
I think it's like a $5,000 difference in a signing bonus, so it's like.
Oh really?
It's not to have a parade for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's $5,000 from the parade.
So sweet.
Yeah. I missed the call. So they actually called me. I was on the phone like, my agent's like, well, fuck, man. We gotta figure out where we're going to go for free agency. Like, there's 2 picks left. It's over.
Right.
So I'm on the phone with someone, and he just keep talking, but I don't want to be rude and hang up, and other calls coming in. I'm trying to get this guy to stop talking so I can hang up the phone. Then I look up on the TV, and it was me. I was like, hey, man, I think I just got drafted. I gotta go.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
Then I Googled the Eagles number, called them back, and it's the office lady. I'm like, hey, I think I just got drafted.
No way.
And she's like, oh yeah, let me put you through. And then she put me through the coaches. They said they'd never seen that one before.
Wow.
That's an insane story.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
great.
surreal moment. It's a pretty surreal moment there. You know, okay, so as a pretty young guy, what do you think is your biggest accomplishment that one that you've accomplished, and then two that you're still kind of striving for? You know, we know you've bounced around a little bit from Philly to then Arizona and then now to San Francisco. So kind of just walk us through that and you know, some of the things that you've accomplished thus far in your career and things that you're still kind of pursuing and looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, you're always on a constant pursuit to get better. You know, you want to be considered one of the best. Otherwise, you're not going to play very long. I think I took a big step last year as far as starting over half the year. Kind of got my feet a little wet and then started feeling good. But I guess they didn't like me that much because I didn't. You know, it's cool just seeing, you know, you put so much time into something and just seeing your game elevate and, you know, getting the respect of the guys in the locker room and stuff like that. I also became the team DJ last year, so that was also one of my bigger accomplishments. Yeah. Pre-game, I introduced the house to the locker room, so that was a big step. Yeah.
That is
Milestone.
huge.
That's huge.
That is huge. That's a
It took me
culture
like
change
6
right
months, but I got it.
there. That's a culture change.
Yeah. I think it was the first time it's ever been done, so we'll remember that.
What would you say is your favorite memory at Oregon?
I think coming back and winning the Rose Bowl, you know, back in my hometown, I got, you know, every one of my friends and family out there, long lost uncles and aunts that I never heard of out there, you know, people I didn't even know I knew. I had, you know, 50, 60, everyone out there, and just winning the Rose Bowl in front of them and just celebrating with my teammates and my family. It was pretty cool. Yeah, definitely Rose Bowl was sick.
Well, you know, Joe, I was just thinking to myself, you were a part of that Super Bowl team with Philly in Super Bowl 52. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
So tell me about how that parade was compared to what you were fantasizing with that Mr. Irrelevant shit. I have to imagine that one was probably a step above. No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was the craziest party of my life by far.
Gee, I can't
Nothing
even
like
imagine.
it. Every estimate is different, right? You know, you say you got your Trump rally where you have 10 million people, or then some people say 50. They were saying like 4 million people there or whatever. It felt like the whole world was there, man. We're just running up and down the streets. On top of these buses, they're throwing up beers, and you'd snatch them in the air, and you grab the other one, and you just soaking wet, and you're throwing
Love
them back,
it.
and there's cops riding alongside you, and you're chugging beers with them. Like, it was a free for all, and you know, the city had waited from the beginning of time for that. Philly lives for football, so when we won it all, they were ready for that party.
No, and it was long overdue for that city, and you can just ask Kevin Hart about it if you don't believe me.
Yeah, did you see Kevin Hart post game?
I saw him trying to get up on the podium. Yeah, that was
Just
I'm
iconic.
surprised they didn't let him up there. I'm like, yeah.
I know.
I was too. I was too.
Surprised. I
it would've
thought
been a
he
big
maybe
enough
would have
figure.
fallen off.
Yeah. Some of the craziest
You know-
parties I've ever been a part of after that. I mean, it was like 6 months straight of like multiple times a week. And everyone was just getting better and better. And you're like, dude, I gotta go home. I hopped on a plane. I came back to LA. I was like, I gotta get away.
You know, I can't lie. I will not tell a lie, and I have no problem telling it to your face. I was rooting against you guys. I'm a huge Patriots fan, and that was kind of a day that I'm trying to still forget. But I got to say, congratulations, and, you know, we got to have you back on again when you guys win another one in San Francisco, hopefully. So, Joe, thank you so much for hopping on with us today. We really appreciate it, and we wish you
guys,
nothing but
thanks for
best of
having
luck
me.
going forward. Stay safe and healthy, my friend.
All right, guys, have a good one.